Oh, look, I can solve our space issue.
No, you're not putting on a recording going.
Why not? I'm the only one who doesn't want to do this workout. Everyone else does.
I didn't want to do. I told you had to. I would have to do 2 minutes.
Flash. Okay, I'm the only one who doesn't want or needs to do this workout. Right. What, the three behind me? Warning, guys. When I planned this session, I was full of energy.
I'm not going.
Not now.
I wanted to know, is the silky shorts that's wearing this morning? Yeah, you're
You might have gone down the boxer route. Start wearing silky pale blue shorts.
Darren shorts.
Inside into my family. Yeah, that one's broadcast on Facebook. Right, so now we know that Mum thinks I wear silky blue shorts. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to get warmed up. Today's workout is a cardio workout. So the aim is to try and get our heart rate elevated and maintain that elevation for as long as we can throughout the session. Okay, so let's get ourselves moving, get ourselves prepared for that. Okay, so first of all, let's make sure that we are standing nice and tall. Think about our posture. So we're going to really reach up, take our top of the head up to the ceiling. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down, and then we're going to start marching. Okay, whilst we're marching, I want you to concentrate on the posture and how we're holding ourselves. We're going to start to internalize our thoughts. Okay, so first of all, as we're talking about posture, let's focus on the shoulders. So we're already making sure that we're standing nice and tall. The next thing we need to do, and it should be kind of hand in hand, is make sure that we're not slouching. If our shoulders are rounding forwards because we spend a lot of time seated at a desk or a computer, or just relaxing in front of the TV, we need to think about just putting those shoulders back a little bit to open up the chest. Now, don't exaggerate and overdo it, just a little bit. So we're just going to slight open at the front, and then we're going to pull the shoulders down, slide them down the back, also they come down away from your ears. That is our set posture for our shoulders. So that's where we want to try and maintain the position of them throughout any of the exercise unless I state otherwise. Now let's activate our core. So really focus about pulling in nice and tight from the abs. Do this. Imagine you're trying to pull your belly button through your body towards your spine. Okay, so we're going to pull through the body as if we're trying to touch the inside of the spine. At the same time, we're going to put in from the sides of the waist. So we're trying to make essentially our waist as small as you possibly can. Imagine trying to get a pair of jeans on, one size too small, and we're trying to really get that grasp done up at the front. Okay, so that's what we're doing for our core. We've got our posture set. Let's just go a little bit quicker. After all, this is going to be a cardio workout, so we need to make sure that the heart and the lungs are prepared as well. So moving that a little bit faster increases the demand of oxygen around the body, so that's going to increase our circulation. It's also going to help to really warm up those muscles at the start of our workout. Okay, right, let's get a little bit more lateral movement going. So we're going to step out to the side now. Now, as we step out to the side, I want you to think about opening up at both the hips and up in the upper body through the shoulders. So with the hips, we're getting a little bit of a rotation going on there. Okay, just to increase that stretch we're going to feel through the front and inside. With the hands, we keep the palms facing forwards and slightly facing upwards. Now, as we get to that extended position at the back, think about trying to pull your shoulder blades together. That's just going to increase that stretch when we get out at the front. Okay, nice. Right, let's just finish that to that side. Next, we're going to move down to the lower body. You're going to step your foot out to the back, and then you're going to drop your heel down to the floor. Okay, then switch and do the same with the other side. Now, as you do this, two things you've got to remember. Number one, make sure that you do not let your weight shift to the back foot, okay? You've got to keep that weight forwards, otherwise we won't get such a good stretch. The second thing you need to make sure is that when you drop your foot down, you don't let it turn, okay? You want to make sure you keep that foot pointing nice and straight. Okay, we should be feeling a really nice stretch down the back of your calf as you're doing this. Good, right, we're going to turn this into a lunge now. So in the next one, don't put your foot heel down. Instead, we're going to bend the knees a little and we're going to reach up, overhead towards the ceiling. Then step forwards and switch it over again. Okay, now here what we want to do is we want to be essentially feeling a stretch through the front of the hips. Okay, now if you're not feeling that stretch and it's going to be on the back leg side, what you need to do for me is just go a little bit longer. Likewise, if you want to increase that stretch, you increase the stride, that length of your strides to get a bigger stretch. Okay, so opening up that stance. Now just make sure that when we do that, you're keeping that front knee and foot pointing forwards. Okay, we don't want to see the foot turning one way and the knee going the other. So both foot and knee pointing nice and straight. Good, okay, right, let's hold it there. We're going to go into some squats now. So we're going to take your feet about hip width apart, maybe slightly wider just to make it a little easier. We're going to make sure we keep good posture as we push the bum back and go into our squats. When we get to the top, push up onto your toes. Okay, so again, bum leads the way. We then bend the knees to get down into our squats. Come up and up onto your toes. Now keep this movement nice and constant. So we want to constantly be moving through those squats. If you're feeling a lot of pressure through the knees, make sure you're getting your bum back. And as you go down into your squat, think about making sure that the pressure isn't coming away from the heels, okay? So if you're feeling a lot of ache or a little bit of discomfort in the knees, try and get a little bit more of your weight back into your heels. See if that helps. Yeah, let's do one more of those. And then we're going to take it a little wider. Okay, so we're going to take our feet out a little wider. And I want you to turn your feet outwards no more than 45 degrees. That's probably about where we want to be, that 45-degree mark. Go back into your squat again. So remember, hips go back. Think about loading nice and evenly through the feet. We're going to find the bottom of that squat. Then we're going to reach down. We're going to straighten the legs. So you just let your head tip forward. So you're looking down at the floor. Straighten those legs out. Then we're going to return. So bend the knees. Let the bum drop down. Chest and head up. Then we stand. Okay, so it's really important that I want you to return back up from standing in that squat. I love the way the people behind, when I stop to explain, everyone else stops. So, the two areas where we should be feeling a nice stretch. Okay, when we go down into our squat, because we've got this wide stance, we're pushing the knees out. You're going to feel a stretch in the inside of the thighs. When we lean forwards and we straighten the legs, you're looking for a stretch down the back of your thighs. Okay, so there's two areas now we know where we should be feeling it. Remember to keep returning back into that squat as we come up, rather than trying to just stand up from this bent over position. Okay, I want your legs to do the work to lift you back up. Okay, once you've done that, bring your feet back underneath your hips, so hip width apart, grab hold of your hands together. Rotate to outside of the thighs. We're going to come across the body, over the shoulder. We're going to go all the way around the back of the head, around, and then across to the other side. So we're kind of doing like a bit of a figure of 8 here. Now, as we do this, I want you to try and get as much movement through your arms as you can. So make sure your hands are coming behind your head rather than over the top of your head, because you're not going to get that stretch through the shoulders and the arms that we're looking for. So you're trying to really take it right around. Good, that's it. Now, at the same time, we want to make sure that we try and keep our hips and the rest of the body still. Now, what that will do is that is going to require our core to stabilize the rest of the body. So, okay, so we're starting to prime and activate, switch on those deep abdominal muscles. Good, that's it. Keep it going. And let's move on to the next one. Okay. Okay, next one. Split stance. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Okay, we're going to reach the hands forwards. We're going to make sure the shoulders are relaxed. The arm on the back leg side, we're going to pull into the chest. And then we're going to reach out to the back of the room. and then bring it back again. Now what we're doing here is make sure you keep your abs nice and tight. That back foot, heel should be up off of the floor. As we reach round, think about trying to keep your lower body, especially that front leg, pointing forwards, okay? So your front foot and knee remain pointing forwards as you reach out towards the back of the room. And think about really stretching out the arm, so the other arm that stays there is still reaching forwards to really maximize that stretch. Good, one more of those, and then we're going to switch over to the other side. So again, thinking knee and arm pointing forwards as we reach back. Right, well done, switch over. So again, foot and knee pointing forwards, reach your arms out. As we reach, we're going to pull in towards the body, and then up to the side, good. Make sure that we really emphasize that stretch. Pulling out, keeping those abs tight. It's going to help with your balance. So in this split stance, it's not going to be necessarily easy to balance out. So again, we're just getting that core working whilst we're trying to mobilize the rest of the body. Good, one more of those on this side. Stretch it out, lovely. Okay, right, we're going to cross one leg behind the other. As we do that, we're going to reach up and over the other side. We're going to step out and we're going to cross the other way and reach. Now, as we reach, think about reaching up and over the head with this one. So that creates a bit of a side bend through the body. You should feel it stretching through your side that you're leaning away from. Okay, again, try and keep it nice and active. So we're just stepping from side to side. So we've got a nice bit of consistent movement there. Again, just to keep that heart rate elevated, ready for our cardio main workout, which is coming next after this exercise. Okay, so again, big stretch, last one. Well done, nice. Okay, so what we've got is our cardio workout. So we're going to be doing 30-second intervals, 2 exercises per set. So our first one we're going to do is spider climbers. Now you can do this with your hands elevated if you can't get down to the floor. So you're going to have your hands down. We're going to be in a high plank position, a spider climb. You're going to bring the foot up, out to the side, to the floor, and back down again. Okay, so that is our spider climbers. Now remember, you can do this with your hands elevated, okay? So it will look exactly the same. You're just stepping your foot as close to where your hands are as possible. If you're on a stool, you could even put your foot to the side of the stool. That's our spider climbers. Just make sure you keep your core switched on tight. For the second exercise, we're going to do that is we're going to do wide squat jacks. So we're going to take our wide squat. We did those in the warm-up. The difference here is when we come up, we're going to bring our feet together. So you've got 2 options. You're either going to jump your feet together and then back out into your next squat. Or if you need something that's a bit lower impact than that, what you can do is you're going to squat down and you're going to bring one foot in and then back out into your squat. And then you'll bring the other foot in and out into your squat. Okay? So there's your 2 exercises that we're going to do. Like I said, each are going to be done for 30 seconds. So get yourselves ready. So we're on our hands first with our spider climbers. Okay, so we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So on the floor, make sure the back's nice and straight. We're just stepping that foot forwards, through, up, getting it as close to the hands as we can. Okay, so if you've got your foot, our hands elevated, just as close as you can get it. If you're on the floor, you're trying to get your foot next to your hand. You're going to keep focusing on making sure those abs are nice and tight. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and step up. Good. Okay, exercise 1 done. Remember, exercise 2 is our wide squat jack. So remember, you've got 2 options. You can jump the feet together, or you're going to step in and out and alternate. Ready? So wide stance first of all for our squats. Let's go. So we squat down, feet in, feet out. If you're not jumping, you're just going to step in and out. Okay, so the step takes away the jump, means that it's less impact going through the joints, but we're still working nice and hard. Okay, remember our technique with our squats? Bum goes out of the back, we load into the heels. Same thing if you're jumping, just make sure when we land into that squat, so that's soft. Stop there. Okay, good. First round done. We're going to be doing 3 in total with 2 more left. Back down on our hands for our spider climbs. Okay, so weight over the hands, shoulders down, abs tight. Let's go. So we're trying to keep the back nice and straight, engaging the core. We want to get a nice tempo with this. Remember, this is a cardio workout, so we want to get that heart rate up. Best way to do that is move as quick as we can. 10 more seconds. Let's get that heart rate up. Keep moving. Make sure we keep our posture. Keep that core strong. 2, 1. Well done. Bring yourself back up again. Okay, back to those wide squat jacks. So with that wide stance. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So squat down. You're either going to step it in and out. And again, as I was saying that last exercise, speed is what we're looking for here. Okay? First of all, make sure form and technique is correct. But once you've nailed it, can we go quicker? If we move quicker, we're going to get the heart rate up higher. That's the aim of today's session, remember. So again, you've got your 2 options. You're jumping the feet in and out, or you're going to step them out in one at a time. Good. Okay. Right, 3rd round. Back to our spider climbs. So again, we're on our hands. We're going to set those shoulders down, core tight. Let's go. So body strong and straight. Pulling and lifting the belly button up. In towards the spine. Trying to get that foot up as close to your hands as you can each time. You got core switched on, remember. Keep those shoulders down as well. We're strong through the upper body supporting us. Keep moving. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, almost there. Squats, jacks next. So again, we're going that wide squat. The feet are turned out. Yeah. So you can see my feet just about. Okay, let's go. So squat down, in and out. Remember, we're jumping. If we're not jumping because we want something lower impact, we're stepping. Okay, and then we're going, once we've got it, we're going as fast as we can with whatever option you've chosen. And just make sure our technique's still good. Remember to think about your posture. Remember to get those hips back so we can feel the weight through the whole of the foot. But especially make sure we're not lifting the heels. And stop. Well done. Time for a break and a little drink. Just a water though. I know it's Saturday, but just keep it just a water. Okay, right, so you're going to need some more exercises. So our next one, we're going to do a split jump into a lunge. Okay, so jump, high impact, so I've got a low impact version for you as well. Now the split jump is literally going to see you just jump your feet apart, okay? And then we're going to do 2 of those. 1, 2, then lunge. 1, 2, then lunge. Low impact, you're just going to step the foot forwards, back, lunge, then change to the other side. Forwards, back, lunge, okay? Second exercise, reverse lunges. Same for both high and low. Step back onto the toe, bend the knees down, step forwards, do it again. Okay? Split jump lunge first. Let's go. So remember me. 1, 2, lunge down. 1, 2, lunge down. By doing 2 jumps, you should always end up lunging on the opposite leg. The low impact version, forwards, back, then a forward lunge. Then change foot. The forwards, back, change foot. Forwards, back, lunge. Forwards, back, and lunge. Good, 3 seconds left. Forwards, back, and lunge. Good, okay, that's our first exercise. Exercise 1 done. Exercise 2, reverse lunges. So stand tall, core tight, onto the toe of the back foot, let the knees bend down as low as you can get. Step forwards, repeat on the other leg, okay? Let's go. Now as we go into our lunge, it's important again, think about our posture. So making sure we keep those shoulders back and down, Keep the chest lifted, so we're looking straight ahead. We don't want to be looking down and flexing the body forwards. Again, think about tempo. Can we move a little quicker? We want to get that heart rate up. To make sure our form and our technique is correct. Remember, think about your knee alignment as well. Make sure it's not dropping in and stop there. Good, so when we're doing our lunges, on either of these exercises, do be aware when we go into that lunge, that front knee and foot needs to be pointing forwards. Make sure it's not coming across the body, okay? And that's from the hips where we do that. Okay, split jump or step. So forwards, back, and lunge. And then we go forwards, back, and lunge. That's our low impact version. Forwards, back. Remember, we still want to keep that movement nice and quick, though, as quick as we can. Your other option is jumping in. Okay, so we jump, let's say forwards and back, and then we end up in that lunge. So you want to keep alternating the lunge leg, just 2 on each side. Good, 2 seconds, 1, and stop. Well done. Okay, so we go into our reverse lunges. So remember, stand tall, engage the core, think about your posture, it's important. And then we're going to step out of the back, okay? Back into that lunge and forwards. So no step or anything in between this. This is just purely getting those legs working, one after the other. Remember what I said about that alignment of the knee as you go down into that lunge. Your front knee needs to remain pointing forwards. Watch out, most common compensation will be the knee coming across the body, okay? So use your core to tummy in. Engage through the hips to keep it forwards. Stop there. Well done. One more round to go. So again, we've got the step and lunge or the jump and lunge, first of all. So low impact, you're going to go forwards, back, and then into your lunge. Okay, let's go. So low impact, forwards, back, into that lunge, change foot. Forwards, back, into the lunge. So just a move of the foot first. Forwards, back, lunge. Forwards, back, lunge. Okay, so that's our low impact version. If you're okay with a bit more impact, try the jump. So you're just jumping, splitting the feet, make sure you're light on your toes, and stop. Well done. Good. Reverse lunges to finish this one off. Okay, so again, set yourself muscle weight for the start of time. Core, stand tall. Shoulders set, ready? And go. Back into that lunge. So no stepping in between, we're just going from lunge to lunge. Again, remember, think about how we're holding the upper body. It's going to have a direct impact on how the lower body works. So if we let ourselves hunch over and we lose that core strength to stabilize us, you're not going to get such a good lunge. You're going to feel more pressure through your joints. Okay, keep those abs tight as you keep the chest lifted. Those shoulders set. Well done, good. Take a rest, that's 3 rounds complete. So you've got a minute rest, grab some water. And we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so next one we've got is going to be squat thrusts. So again, you can do this with your hands elevated. You're doing it on the floor, it's going to look like this. So hands down, jump out, and forwards, back, and in. Okay, you can do that with your hands elevated as well. So with your hands elevated, there'll be a little less pressure as you jump forwards and back. If that's still a bit too much though, you can always step back and jump forwards or step in both directions. Okay, so plenty of options there to make sure everyone can do that one. Second exercise is the ice skaters. So you're going to need a little bit of space either side of you. We cross the leg out behind, and then we step or we jump over to the side, okay? So again, low impact, you would step. You just step from side to side, letting that back leg swing out, but making sure you engage in the core. Okay, so squat thrust first on your hands. Let's go. So whilst we're doing these, again, we want to make sure we're thinking about keeping our abs tight and we're keeping the weight down through the arms, the shoulders down. Remember your options for lower impact. You can step out and jump forwards. Okay, that's going to be a little less impact. Try and switch which leg you step with first each time, or you could step both ways. Okay, so just have a go and see which one suits you best. Stop there. Okay, so remember those low impact versions is not to work less hard, it's just to make sure there's less impact for the joints if needed. Okay, right, ice skaters next, so we're crossing the leg out behind, and we're spacing the side, so cross and step. Okay, with a step, that's going to again be low impact because we're allowing ourselves to place the foot on the floor. If you want something a little more extreme, we're going to jump. Okay, again, the idea is as long as we're moving quick, okay, we're still going to get the heart rate up, even if we're stepping. So it's not an option to work less hard, it's just an option for less impact. 2, 1, stop. Very good. Back to our squat thrusts. Okay, so again, weight on the hands, get the shoulders down away from the ears to load into that upper body. Okay, get those abs tight as well. Use the abs, especially as we're bringing the feet forwards. Let's go. So every time we bring the feet forwards, doesn't matter whether you're stepping or jumping, I want you to focus on pulling your abs inwards as if we're lifting that belly button up into your spine. Remember your options, if that's a bit too high impact, step out, jump forward. Okay, jumping towards the hands might be enough to take enough impact away. If not, step in and out. Just make sure you keep switching which leg you step with. Stop there. Okay, good. Heart rate elevated. Nice. That's what we want from a cardio workout. Ice skaters, remember crossing the leg out. Don't neglect your core. Keep those abs tight as you can all the time. Let's go. So as we cross that leg out, I'm focusing on trying to pull my waist in and make that as narrow and tight as I can. Remember, just stepping is fine. Just get that speed and tempo. If you want to go for the jump, then put that in as well. You've got to alternate. You don't have to. As long as they're moving fast, that's the key thing. That's what's going to get the heart rate up. Doesn't matter if we're not jumping. 2, 1. Well done. Good. Okay, one more round to go. So again, on our hands, remember, get that weight forwards over the arms, shoulders down. Get those abs tight. Okay, ready? 2, 1, go. So again, keep that weight forwards over your arms. You've got your hands elevated, same thing. Try and make sure you keep your weight forwards onto your arms. Remember, you've got that option there. You can step out and jump forwards. Just make sure you step with opposite foot each time, or we could be stepping both ways. Just make sure we keep moving and moving fast. And stop. Ice skaters to finish the round off. Okay, so side to side, crossing that leg out the back. Keep the chest lifted and the core tight. Okay, ready? Let's go. So swing it up. And again, I don't want you to neglect that core stability. Okay, so keeping those abs tight, that's going to help to protect the hips as it's stabilizing the hips. There is movement there, but it's controlled movement if our core is switched on. If not, we're going to lose some of that stability. Good, keep it going, moving fast, remember. We want to get a lot of work. We're working hard and smart. Good technique and form, and stop. Good. Rest time. Okay, the next one. Vertical jumps. So, if we're not jumping, so we need something low impact, we've got you covered as well. Let me show you the jump version first. We're going to let the arms swing down by the side. Now, as we do this, make sure we keep the chest lifted and we're not letting ourselves flex and round through the spine. Okay, so arms swing back, it's going to give us a bit of momentum. As the arms swing forwards, we jump straight up in the air. I've got low ceilings, I can't extend my arms fully out. If you've got higher ceilings, I want you to jump one vertical line, okay? If you're not jumping, what you're going to do, same thing. Instead of jumping, up onto your toes and back down again. Okay, second exercise, mountain climbers. We're on our hands, the same position as we were with that squat thrust, but instead we're just driving those knees up, okay? So starting off with those vertical jumps. So swing the arms back and up. And if we're not jumping, you're just going to threaten to jump. So all that explosive energy up onto your toes. Remember, if you can and you have the space, jump as a vertical straight line. I can't do that, so when I'm jumping, I've got to bend my arms, but I want you to really reach up as if you're trying to touch the ceiling. Thing is here, we don't have to try too hard. Okay, stop there. Good, right, so now we're going to mountain climbers. So on your hands, you can elevate your hands. We're going to be driving the knees up. Okay, so that's exercise 2. It starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So think about keeping those abs nice and tight. We want the body in one straight line. Again, load forwards into your arms. Make sure we're not letting the head drop down towards the floor. Keep it back, tuck the chin in. Keep those shoulders down away from the ears. Keep that weight forwards over the arms. Keep those abs working. 4 seconds to go. 2, 1. Well done. Back up onto your feet. Vertical jumps again, okay? So again, you're either jumping, or again, ideally in a straight line, arms overhead. If you haven't got the room, bend your arms behind you. If not, threaten to jump. Let's go. If you're jumping, make sure when we land with soft knees. Remember to think about your posture, so as the arms swing back, we're not letting ourselves be pulled forwards into flexion. Threaten to jump, use all that explosive energy, just as if you were going to jump, but we're just going up onto the toes, okay? Now make sure you keep those abs tight, so waist nice and small, and stop. Good. Back to our mountain climbers again. Okay, so again, lower the squat thrust as well. Set those shoulders down, pull the weight forwards over the arms. Ready? 2, 1, go. So we've got our weight forwards over the arms, we've got our abs nice and tight. Remember, we're keeping the head back. Don't look back down to your feet. You should be looking straight down at the floor. Your hands are elevated. You might be looking slightly in front of you. We want to try and keep the back one straight line. That includes your head. Okay, so no looking upwards or downwards. Keep those abs tight. 4 seconds left. 2, 1, and bring yourself back up again. Okay, back to our vertical jump. So again, don't neglect your core as we're jumping. As we're coming down, whether it's from a jump or a fake, make sure we soften that landing. Let's go. So when you're landing that jump, as I land, I'm landing my toes, then pushing my hips back and into a partial squat. Okay, so I'm cushioning that impact. The same thing if you're just faking to jump. As soon as the heels come down, you're down into your next one, okay? So down to heels, into that squat. 4 seconds left. 2, 1. Well done. Good, mountain climbers to finish. So again, remember you can have your hands elevated. Main thing is we keep that body nice and straight. We get those legs working fast and hard. We want to get that heart rate up and keep it up. Ready? Let's go. So really getting those knees up. Think about bringing the knees up towards the chest rather than just lifting the heels. Okay, so the movement is the knees coming forwards, upwards towards your chest and towards your hands, whichever way you want to look at it. We're keeping those abs as tight as you can. Okay, pulling that belly button up into the spine. Make sure the bum's not in the air. Straight line through the body and stop. Well done. 3 rounds done. Grab some water. Well done. Okay. And next one, excuse me, we're going to go first exercise, burpees. Okay, burpees. So we put the hands down. You take the feet back. You go down to the floor. You see me? Yeah. When you come up, jump the feet forwards, and we jump into the air. Okay. Now you can make that low impact by elevating your hands. You can also step your feet out and fake the jump. So basically, the previous 3 exercises, how we made them low impact. So you can step out and in. When you come up, rather than jumping up, you go up onto your toes, okay? Second exercise with that is going to be fast feet, in and out, to the side. So you're going to step out, out, in, as fast as you can. Halfway through, I'm going to tell you to switch, which means you then got to lead with the other leg, okay? But first of all, we do burpees. Here we go. So hands down, could be on the floor or elevated. Feet back, forwards, then jump up. Remember, if you're not jumping, just push up onto your toes. There you're going, feet back, feet forwards, jump up. Remember, no jump just means on the toes. Okay, you don't have to jump the feet out and in. You can step them out and in. Okay, so you adjust this, make it best you can for you. And stop there. Good, right, into our fast feet. So, remember we're going to go out, out, in, as fast as we can. Keep those abs tight. Make sure we keep those shoulders set down. Ready? Let's go. Out, out, and in. So we're looking at fast footwork. Now I am going to tell you when we get to halfway, and I'm going to get you to switch it out. Okay, so out, out, in. Start slow, then make it fast if you lose it. Right, stop, switch. Start with the other leg now. If you lose it at any point, just stop yourself, slow it down, and then start to build the speed back up again. And stop. Well done. Good. Right, back to burpees. So remember, hands down, feet back, feet forwards, jump up. If you're not jumping, just onto the toes. Ready? And go. So hands down, feet back. We're stepping or jumping forwards, and then up. Then we go again. If you're doing it down on the floor, you can make it a full burpee by taking the chest down to the floor too. So it's a real full body exercise, really good for getting the heart rate up. With those modifications, we can make it low impact so everyone can do it. Again, you modify it so you can do it. And stop. Well done. Okay, right, back to our fast beat. So again, out, out, in. Out, out, in. Ready? Let's go. Out, in. Out, out, in. Out, in. That's it. Once you've got the hang of it, you can go that little faster. Remember, I am going to be taking you halfway. Stop, change foot. Go the other way first now. No chance. Good. Control it. Don't stop. Keep going. The best thing to do is keep moving. 4 seconds left. And stop. If you lose that one, don't stop. Well, do stop, but then go back slow again. So don't just stand there and ha, lost it. Keep moving. Cardio is all about keep moving. Even if you're doing it wrong, you're still moving. So it doesn't matter. Right, last set of burpees. Let's go. So remember, yes, we're just taking our feet outwards. You might be jumping your feet backwards and forwards. You might be stepping them out and in. You might be jumping up at the top. You might be pushing onto your toes. You're all working hard with our own version of this to make it accessible to everyone, but safe. And stop. Well done, burpees done. Fast feet. Okay, so the key is to make sure we keep moving, okay? We stop to reset, but just keep going. Right, ready? Let's go. Out, out, in. Once you've got that rhythm, you can start to increase the speed. If you lose it, you can just reset yourself. But think you want to try and get back at it as quickly as you can. Okay, stop. Change sides. Remember, you can always reset, just quickly slow it down, and then bring it back again. 2 seconds left. 1. Well done. Good. 2 rounds complete. Grab some water. Okay. Last one. We're going to be doing high knees and punches, okay? So we're going to be running the knees up as we punch out in front of us. Now, just make sure when we do this, when we're not leaning backwards, we don't want to overload the back. So abs nice and tight. Imagine that you're pulling and keeping your ribs down flush to your body. So we're engaging the core. Get those knees high up. If that is still too high impact, that little bit of a jog on the spot, you can march it. If you're marching it, punch with the opposite knee. Okay, so if my right knee's forward, left hand forward. That's if we're going marching. If not, let's go for it. Okay, the exercise is going to go along with that. Pull ups. So, two options here. If you're on the floor, you're going to walk your hands away from your feet and back again and in and out. If you're going to elevate your hands, you're going to walk your feet out away from your hands in and out. Okay, so that's a cool. That's exercise number 2. First of all, run and punch. Let's go. So running and punching, that first one. So we just got to tuck those elbows in. We're pushing the arms straight out. You can feel posture, so keep those shoulders relaxed. Remember what I said about your abs. Make sure we're not leaning backwards and we're controlled in this movement. Keeping those abs tight. If the running's too much, we're going to be marching. Just make sure that we're getting that opposite arm and leg moving together. 2, 1, stop. Well done. Okay, exercise 1 done. Cool that. So remember, if you're elevating your hands, we're not going down to the floor, you're going to be moving your feet in and out. If you're on the floor, you're going to move your hands in and out. Okay, so everyone, abs tight, shoulders down. Let's go. Now, when we get to that extended position with our hands and our feet as far as this point away from each other, make sure your core is tight and we're creating a nice straight line through the body. So no bums left in the air. Bring those hips down in line with your shoulders and your head. Make sure we're tensing those abs. 5 seconds left. Keep moving nice and fast. 2, 1. Stop. Well done. Okay, right, we're back into our punches. So, punch and knees. Ready? So, tall, shoulders down. 2, 1, let's go. So, abs switched on, nice and tight. Make sure we keep the body tall. Remember, if we're not running because we need some lower impact, we're going to march and we're going to go opposite side together. We still want to move fast. We're still going as fast as we can. We're just taking away the impact, okay? It's not a lower intensity version, it's a lower impact version. And stop. Well done. Good. Okay, cool that. Okay, so again, you're elevating your hands because we struggle to get down to the floor. That's fine. Elevate them, move your feet in and out. If you're okay down the floor, cool your hands in and out. Let's go. So again, I want you to think about engaging your core all the way through this, but especially when we get into this end position. So when the hands and the feet are away from each other, we're essentially doing a little bit of a plank, like a high plank. Okay, so that's what I want you to think about. Load those abs. Get that weight forwards into your arms and a nice straight line through the body. And stop. Well done. Okay, last round. So again, we're going to march where we do opposite arm and knee, or we're just going all out in that running. Okay, ready? Let's go. So as long as this isn't too much impact for your lower body, for your back, then you're doing this one. Only if we're working around an injury, or if this is causing any pain in your joint, would we bring it down into a march. If not, we're trying to move nice and fast and we're getting that jog with the legs going. Okay? 5 seconds to go. Keep working hard. Make sure the shoulders stay down. Keep those abs tight. Stop. Well done. Okay, we finish off those cool outs. So again, we know what we're doing. Hands elevated, feet back and forwards. On the floor, hands back and forwards. Ready? Get those abs switched on for me now. And let's go. So remember to switch our abs on. When I say that, I'm talking about trying to pull the belly button through the body as if we're trying to touch the spine on the inside. We're going to tighten up through the waist, so we're putting it to the sides as well. And we're really exaggerating that at that end range when our hands and feet are furthest apart. We're keeping it active the whole way, but that's where we're going to feel it the most. And stop there. Well done. Great stuff. Okay, I'm going to give you a chance just to quickly grab some water. I'm going to go into our cool down with some static stretches. Okay, so stretching now. I'm just going to take 1 foot back, so we split our stance, heel lifted. I want you to tilt your hips backwards, and then we're going to shift that weight forwards, so we stack it over that front leg. Now, when we find that, we should find that gives us a stretch at the front of the hip on the back leg side. Okay, so I'll go for that again. We're just tilting the hips backwards, pulling the weight forwards over the front leg. Now, just make sure that we maintain good posture and we don't let the body hunch over. And as we pull the hips forwards, just be aware we don't overdo it. We're not leaning backwards. We stack that weight. Okay, once you've got that stretch, we're holding. Try and breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth to help you relax. Okay, let's switch over to the other side. So again, we're going to tilt the hips backwards. We're going to pull our weight, so we're shifting and stacking our weight over the front leg, and that should be enough to give us our stretch. Okay, if not, just take that foot slightly further back. Again, tilt, pull forwards. Think about your posture. Once you've got it, we're relaxing, we're breathing into it. We're going in through the nose, we're going out through the mouth. Just trying to relax and let that stretch just take place through that muscle, lengthening out. Lovely. Let's go around the back of the leg now. Okay, so we're going to take 1 foot forwards, heel on the floor, with the toe lifted. Keep that leg straight. We're going to tilt the hips forwards this time, and we're going to let the bum push out the back. Now, again, remember I said keep that knee straight. What you should start to feel is a stretch down the back of the leg. Now, if you struggle to do this without letting your back round forwards, bring yourself up against the wall, put your bum there, and that's going to help encourage, tip your hips forwards. It's going to support the hips, going to give us a lot better position for our stretch. But as long as we're feeling that stretch down the back of the leg, it's where we want it. So once you've found it, we're just resting in there, using your breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Okay, let's switch over to the other leg. So again, we're going to take that foot forward. So remember, we put the heel down onto the floor. We've got the toe lifted. We tilt the hips forwards and push the bum back. We keep the knee straight, so we can't let that knee bend at all. Back leg is bent, that's our supporting leg. But the leg we're stretching, that knee must be straight. We're using the wall if we need to, for a bit of support to help encourage the hips to tip forwards. What essentially you want to think about is trying to lift that toe up as high as you can. And we're thinking about taking the seat bone and we're trying to point that up to the ceiling as well. And that's going to give us that stretch from the back of the knee all the way up behind the glutes, pun bum there. Good. Okay, bring yourself up. Let's stretch through the upper body. So stand tall, engage your core, and just take your arms out to the side, palms facing forwards. Make sure we relax the shoulders. I then want you to try and pull your shoulder blades together, putting your shoulders towards the back of the room. Now, as you do this, just make sure that you're not leaning backwards. That's where your core is going to come in. So keep those abs engaged, keep those ribs pulled down as we do that and isolate that stretch through the chest. Good. Okay. Let's bring the arm across the body, thumb on top, grab hold of your elbow. We're just going to pull the arm to the other side of the room. Now, as we do this, make sure we're standing nice and tall. Okay, try and keep the shoulders level. Again, if we use our core just to stabilize the rest of the body, we can really isolate that stretch just in the shoulder. When you find it, remember, keep going with that breathing we went through. Yeah, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Change arms. So across the body, remember, thumb on top. Shoulders, we want to be level. Just trying to relax into those stretches. You want to keep those shoulders down. Using the other arm to pull into that stretch. Good. Open the arms out down to the side. I'm going to turn the hands, so palms facing outwards, thumbs pointing behind you. Imagine you're trying to drag your shoulders down to the floor with your hands reaching down. Okay, twist them as much as you can. Make yourself tall. So I want you to stretch your neck, taking the top of your head up to the ceiling. Make sure that we're not letting the chin lift. We're looking straight ahead and we're just stretching the top of the head upwards whilst we're pulling the arms from the shoulders back and down, keeping those abs tight. Good, relax out of that slowly. We're going to go a little shoulder roll to finish. So take a nice deep breath in through your nose and let your shoulders come forwards and up towards your ears. We're going to pull them back, and as we come down, breathe out through your mouth. Yeah, we're going to do one more of those. So nice deep breath in through the lungs, as much air as you can. Okay, pulling back down. We're going to let the arms, shoulders go heavy as we're breathing out. Let everything sink down into the floor. Let your limbs go heavy, and we're just going to give them a little shake out through the arms. We'll move through the shoulders. Let's get the legs down as well. And that is the end of our cardio conditioning workout. Give yourselves a round of applause for me. Well done, everyone. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's workout. If you've been watching on Facebook today, make sure you leave your comment there so that I can track who's using it and I can keep you accountable and chase you up if you're not doing your workouts. For those of you that have joined on Zoom, well done, thank you. I can see you there. If any of you have any questions, comments, or feedback, do leave a message or in the comment in the Facebook group. Or if you'd rather keep a message me privately, you can text me or email me. All right. I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much again for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed it and worked hard. Hopefully we achieved our goal of getting that heart rate up through that session. Let me know how you got on. I'd love to hear from you guys. So yeah, please feel free to let me know. Right, I'm going to let you go and get on with the rest of your day. Well done. You've got your workout in. You can enjoy it. Well done, everyone that watched me on Facebook and joined in on Facebook today, and those of you that joined me live. So that on Zoom, that was John. Thank you, John. And
cheers, guys.
Here in the studio, that's Mum, Dad, and Becca.
Nice to see the whole family.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Cheers, John.
Cheers now.
Have a good
Bye.
weekend. See you later.
Same with you guys. Bye.
Cheers.